Basically, Prototype is an entertainment group formed between three brothers. That's Pro Ike, T.O., and T.H.
T.H., which is me.
There's actually three of us, but one of our members is currently not here. And it's an entertainment group, basically. That's what we do. We do entertainment. We're not exactly boxed to which genre of music that we do. We do entertainment at large.
Okay, we started in 2011, I believe. Yeah, 2011. How many years has it been since then?
I don't know, but basically we grew up doing music, but to actually do it as
at a professional level, basically, to say we actually going out to
and
do it
pursuing
publicly,
it as a dream. We actually started in 2011.
Man, the list is long. The thing is, we like different artists because, from different people you get different taste. And then, when you incorporate that into your sound, you can manage to come up with something different from listening to different kinds of music and different people. So when you're producing something now as artists, when we do our thing now, it comes out differently because we listen to so many different things. Otherwise, if we listen to one person, we will only be able to do that one sound or one thing and cater for one type of people.
What it's trying to say is we listen to Drake.
Well, not just Drake, a lot of people. Mostly, we would say mostly listen to Drake. Yeah. Well, okay, I'll tell you one thing about us. Being an entertainment, you gotta have the one thing that you rely on all the time. And to us, we rely on each other. We rely on the team itself. We don't have that thing where we say he's good at this and he's good at that. We tackle everything together, and that makes us,
Basically, what it's trying to say is that we are great as a team, as an entity.
Exactly.
If you were to get one of us individually,
it's not gonna work that
may
good.
not be as great as we are as Prototype the best. And one thing I always say is that we may not be the best rappers out there, maybe, underline that, and we may not be the best vocalists out there, but I don't think anyone entertains like Prototype. Like, if you've seen us, you'd know that. Like, I don't think anyone can entertain better than we do.
Okay.
On stage.
It's a stage, basically.
Yeah, on stage.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
we love
stage,
the studio, but stage is even better than studio.
Stage is kind of like a relief, Like you've been having so much going on, and when you get on stage, you just let it all go, Music.
No, I'm assuming you're referring to music.
Music. There's nothing that we love more than music.
Waking up someday and we cannot sing, we cannot rap. I think I speak on behalf of the whole group. I'm sure we have many other fears, but that will be on top of the list, because I remember this one time I lost my voice and it took quite long to come back, and I was worried. I was really scared that that could be it, So that's one of my greatest fears ever, to be able to wake up someday and you tell me that I'm not gonna be able to do music anymore. That would,
I think another thing that we fear the most, when we do something, we do it to the ultimate best that we can. I think one thing that we would fear the most, though, is to fail, having not tried. So I think if you fail, having tried, you can be forgiven. But if you don't try, but then you still fail, then.
Because if you don't try, then you've already failed by default.
So, yeah. You mean material, or could be anything?
Whew, that's a difficult.
That's hard, yeah. That's not cracking, is it?
Yeah.
I would say it's the gift that we have. I think there's nothing we treasure more than that, because we are where we are because of the gift that we have. So I think if it wasn't for music, I promise you, we wouldn't have seen the places that we've seen. We wouldn't be talking to you right now if it wasn't for music. So I think that is our most treasured gift.
For myself, as a group, I'd say dancing. like if you do R&B, it helps to have a few moves, and we're really not really good at that. And then at the same time, I think what I'm not good in personally is dynamic singing. That's one of my weakest points in music, like having to sing in dynamics. Like I'm a very simple vocalist, basically.
Yeah, basically he will give you a straight vocal, and that's all you're gonna get out of him. You know, if you need him to add any dynamics on that, then
You know, they call them intricate.
yeah, you know, those intricate things that spice up the song, stuff like that.
Our greatest achievement is the fact that as up-and-coming artists, we've gone to travel in a lot of places in South Africa, you know, and we've been booked in places that artists at our level don't usually, you know, get booked, and that's just been wonderful for us because we got to travel and see places that we never even knew existed, really, and yeah, it's just been wonderful, and I think that's what I consider the greatest thing that has really happened to us thus far. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. It adds to the question that you asked previously about what we treasure the most, which is music. Again, we wouldn't get all that he has mentioned if it wasn't for music. So, you know, that's just the way it is. I would say keeping our eye on the ball, which is basically we want to be super successful as artists. And we are not looking at anything else but at that goal. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things happening when you're trying to get to that point, you know, and knowing that we're going to get there at some point, that keeps us focused. No matter what comes, you know the end result.
The challenges you face, there's a lot of them. But one of them would definitely have to be hate, if I may put it that way. And we're competitive people, and sometimes when you're competitive, you win. And when you win, the people that you were competing with will not be pleased with that end result, and can tend to try and sabotage you in a way, because at our level you depend a lot on other people and connection whatsoever. And if you at a point where you're competing with people and they sort of feel intimidated because of your level of performance or whatever, it tends to be a challenge, because in order to make it into this business you need to be skilled. And if your skill intimidates people to a level where they shut you out, it becomes a bit of a problem. I think that's our biggest challenge thus far. It's just that sometimes we
saw it on the internet actually. We find basically at the level that we are, we don't have a manager or anything like that, so we pretty much get everything ourselves. And so we spend a lot of time on the net.
It was on Facebook. You know, when you go into Facebook and then we like the page, and then we got the details on how to go into the internet. We got the full details on the website actually, and we posted a video
Yeah, basically what happened is we saw the page. We saw it the page on Facebook, and we liked the page, and then we went to the internet to find out more details about the competition.
Yeah.
And then it was there. I mean, it was self-explanatory, and then we just entered. And today,
because we felt like it was specially designed for us. So.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We couldn't speed past that.
Yeah.
You know, we knew that you guys came straight to us. We definitely do. Okay. I think you said, do we think?
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's really an understatement. I think if we wouldn't be here if we didn't know that we would win this. So we're the guys that you're looking for, actually.
Yeah, basically what we're trying to say is we know we're good enough, and we know we can deliver to your expectations, and that's why we entered, because we strongly believe that we are the guys that the competition was designed for. Oh, man.
I mean, when we win.
With the prize money, we invest a little bit on our music, make our studio even better, and
we also have a very compelling image. We spend a lot in that, so we would use the prize money to obviously invest in ourselves as a brand.
Yeah.
The whole package.
And then just celebrate it, though.
Yeah, when you win, you gotta celebrate. Otherwise, the win doesn't really feel like a win.